When I say, wow, what's up with it, baby? It's your boy Oksceez, man. I'm back like spinal cords and car seats, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, it probably ain't no surprise at this point, man. Larry, the legend, Bird, man. Another reaction video, man. I was in the comments, and y'all know, if y'all been keeping up with Oksceez, been following my content, just recently, I put Larry Bird number 2 all time. Greatest all time, Larry Bird. Boom. But people in the comments saying I still ain't giving enough credit where it's due. Hey, what? Man, watch making the case. Larry, what making bet. Say no more. You already know you ain't got to bend my horn to make me watch the Larry Bird video. I am in tune, boy. So if y'all think Larry Bird is the GOAT, we finna take a dive into it. And you can sway me. I ain't stuck. I ain't sitting on it. You can sway me, but he gonna have to sway me though. You feel me? But I love Larry Bird. I done gained a whole different respect for Larry Bird. I love him. So man, with no further ado, man, like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell your uncle about your boy. Tell him to like, comment. Tell him to tell his girlfriend if he got more than 2 girlfriends. Tell them all. Tell them girlfriends. Tell their kids. Tell them kids go to school. And tell all their friends. You feel me? We finna go up. Leho.
Ball is special. The size of the court and the lack of pads or helmets give fans the most intimate experience of a team sport that exists.
That's a fact though. Basketball is lit. It's one of them sports where you on the stage. It feel like, you feel me? You right there. The fans look. That fan could go on the court and slap Reggie if he wanted to. He that close. You could really have that personal interaction with him. No helmets, no pads. That's why when I was little, I had to pick between football and basketball. It was a no-brainer. People might not even know who up under that face mask. Boy, don't try to get swag and have visors and gloves and all. Hey, if you ain't scoring touchdowns, we don't know you, bro. But in basketball, you could be third string, never touch the court, and be the cat at the end of the bench with the fly shoes on, and you still get a couple phone numbers after the game. But I done seen it. I love basketball, man. Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way it get me started.
And because of the different styles that basketball allows for, players develop their own distinct identities and signature styles through their creativity,
The dream.
flair,
Pistol.
and athleticism. And although
Somebody call it 911. Yeah, I like to report a dead body. I don't know what possessed him to jump in front of that, but he did. And I would like to report. Somebody please come pick him up. What was he thinking? What was he thinking, boy?
And although no player succeeds alone, the scoring volume and two-way nature of the sport give individual stars a nearly unprecedented amount of control over the flow and outcome of a game.
Oh my goodness.
For this reason, players are constantly compared to their peers and to the legends of the past in order to answer the most hotly contested question in the sport. Who's the greatest to ever do it? For many, the question is redundant. They believe in only
LeBron James. Yeah, I mean,
one right answer. Their answer.
Back to the video, hell, it might be Larry the Boogeyman Bird, boy. On this trajectory that I'm headed, Larry finna be the boy.
Others might have their own personal stance, but acknowledge one or two alternatives. But I believe that there's much more nuance to the question of greatness and more answers to it than you might think. By my count, there are 8 players in NBA history that have a substantial claim as the GOAT. It's a subjective.
Hey, boy, sleep on Timmy D resume. Boy, put Timmy D resume next to whoever's. Boy, that shit looks tough, and I don't never see him get mentioned. I'm gonna react to Timmy D too.
I can't give you a definitive answer.
Give me that.
All I can do is make the argument. So today, I'll be making the case for Larry Bird as the greatest basketball player of all time. Answer.
I seen Larry walk through the tunnel. Boy, I got scared.
So today, I'll be making the case for Larry Bird as the greatest basketball player of all time.
Imagine playing against him. Hey, what? You different. You are really him. Shout out Clayton Crowley, man, for this. He put together this. Shout out.
When it comes to basketball, Larry Bird is the smartest, clutchest player to ever play the game. Now, if you don't think that Larry Bird is the greatest basketball player of all time, you probably hate that I just said that. Those are the kind of talking head sport cliche.
Hey, but I agree. If you would have asked me that a week ago, I probably would have had an argument with you. But now, boy, Larry was a different type of clutch, and he was smart, man. To be that unathletic and have kind of zero physical gifts besides your height, he went crazy.
Days that surely
he should have been 6'8" working at Dairy Queen. Really, he should have been 6'8" working at the bank. You've been damn, but rec league average 12 at the church league type shit. What? Larry was a demon. What is you talking about?
Impact the game, but are impossible to empirically measure. Normally, I'd agree with you, but I think that when you talk about Larry Bird, you see those intangibles become real, palpable results. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't believe it.
Hey.
When Larry Bird was drafted by the Boston Celtics in 1978, the NBA needed saving. Attendance was in the toilet, the league had few marketable stars, cocaine addiction had several players in its grip.
I don't even know who that is. But I feel for him. Why they talk about cocaine addiction? They show his face. Boy, he looked like he was on that dope, though. He was doped up, bro. He was out there doped up.
Was in the toilet. The league had few marketable stars. Cocaine addiction had several players in its grasp. And most damning of all, playoff games were being tape delayed. Playoff games at the highest level of basketball were being put in the back seat for black and white movies and network reruns. But rather than join the Celtics after being taken third overall, Larry Bird decided to return for his final
and then went to Indiana State.
Year at Indiana State, a decision that would prove to be one of the most important in the
hometown kid, hometown hero
history of the sport. Bird's final year saw the Sycamores tear through college basketball, going 33-0 before the national.
Indiana State, though, look. That boy dragging bum-ass Indiana. Is that even a school still? I ain't never seen what?
National championship
Larry,
game.
Boy, you never
Bird, already claimed by the NBA's most historic and prestigious franchise, had established himself as the generational talent who would inherit the mantle of pro basketball. Indiana State's opponent in the national championship was Michigan State, captained by the immortal Irvin Magic Johnson.
That's understood. Michigan State, you can see them every year. You know Izzo gonna do the fool with Michigan State every year. You already know. When the big dance come, we already know Michigan. But Indiana State, oh, bro, you are bugging, bro. You are bugging. He damn near went to a junior college. He damn near took a junior college to the ship.
The Sycamores lost the championship to the more talented Spartans in the highest-rated game in the history of basketball at any level, still to this day. The stage had been set. The next decade of basketball would be defined by the rivalry between the white hick from French Lick and his Boston Celtics, and the black by the rivalry between the white hick from French Lick and his Boston.
Hey, that's really a name, though. Fuck you talking about? What? The white hick from French Lick. Boy, that sound like you really out there. Boy, I got the game in the chokehold. Boy, and you out here dropping 40, and you the white hick for French Lick. Boy,
Celtics different. And the Black Magic and his Showtime Lakers.
Black Magic. Larry Bird over Magic all day, though. Fuck is you talking about? I like Magic, too, but Larry Bird over Magic all day long and twice on Sunday. Fuck me.
The rivalry between Bird and Johnson is entwined into the fabric of the NBA and is worthy of 100 documentaries. In this video, though, we're going to be looking at Bird's claim of supremacy. Here's Bird's basketball resume.
Let me check it out. 3 ships. That's tough. 3 regular season MVPs. Tough. 2 finals MVP. I wonder who got the other finals MVP for the one of them championships. If y'all know, comment down below and let me know. 12 All-Star selections. Tough. 10 off. Yeah, resume.
His 3 championships come with perhaps the highest
collective. They need to put right there in the corner. Took bum-ass Indiana State all the way to the national shit. Fuck.
Degree of difficulty of any player's championships. His 3 MVPs came consecutively, making him only the 3rd player to accomplish the feat, along with Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. His 2 Finals MVPs are misleading. He was absolutely the best player on the '81 Celtics, but he was only a sophomore, and his 15 points per game in the finals gave the media an excuse to exact a little vengeance on a legendarily difficult interview. His All-Star and first-team selections also come with the caveat that Bird only played for 13 seasons and missed all but 6 games of the '89 season following surgeries on both feet. I can hear you already.
Shout out to one of my subscribers, man, in the comments. She told me that. She said that Larry Bird got surgery on both his feet else he probably would have won in 89. I think he won 86, 87, 88 3-point contest. So talking about 89, he got surgery on both his feet, only played 6 games. But he would have 4-peated in the 3-point contest. I reacted to the 3-point contest like yesterday. Y'all go check it out.
Ready. A 13-year career. And this guy is supposed to be the GOAT? What color of paint are you huffing, Clayton? Green.
Green
obviously.
paint, Larry Bird.
But hear me out. Yeah, Bird's career lasted about 2/3 as long as it should have. But what he did in that time was so impressive and so substantial that every basketball fan acknowledges that he's in the conversation as the greatest ever. Doesn't it matter that those 13 years saved professional basketball, delivered a disproportionate amount of memorable moments, defined the golden age of the league, and produced a career by which all other forwards, before or since, are measured? Bird squeezed every drop of talent out in those 13 years and made it seem more like 30. He didn't just leave his fingerprints on the game. He left so much of his DNA in the sport that it needed a cigarette afterwards. There's something to be said about the candle that lasts half as long but burns twice as bright. Those 3 MVP years stack up with any other run by any other player. I will put an A+ Larry Bird season up against anyone's. What does?
That boy averaged 2 steals. That's tough. 7 assists, 10 boards. That's crazy. 10 boards, 7 assists, and you know he was getting bucks. How many points? 27 points, 26 points, round down. That's tough. And a block. And give me a block. 50% field goal percentage. 40 from 3. Yeah, that's tough. I ain't missing no free throws. You can count those.
Does an A+ Larry Bird season look like?
A+ Larry Bird.
A full box score, a blowout win, a nearly undefeated record at home, and a play style that could only be described.
We must protect this house. Win your home games, man. Win all your home games, half the road games. You good.
Described one way: white. Larry Bird isn't just a white basketball player, he's the white basketball player. To describe Larry Bird's game is to thumb through the Hoops dictionary and pick out every cliche about white players. Unathletic, great shooter, good fundamentals, the whole thing. The archetype of a white basketball player is Larry Bird, with one exception. He had an unparalleled understanding of the game of basketball, both as a physical contest and as a mental competition. His basketball IQ infected everything he did and catapulted his career into
And that's what I love, Parker. You could be good. I give a damn how good you is. I give a damn about how talented you is. I like people that could manipulate, who could mentally trump whatever going on. Mentally just be better than y'all. I'm mentally better than you. You might be better than me, but I'm mentally better than you. And that means you're not gonna be better than me. You feel me? I control you.
Legend. Bird was a complete player. Jerry West called him nearly as perfect as you can get. He was the league's first great marksman. He could contort his body to shoot from anywhere on the court, regardless of the level of defense. He pioneered the art of the dagger 3 and was the founding member of the 50-40-90 club. At 6'9", Bird's understanding of
I didn't mean to disrespect, man. Earlier in the VR, I called you 6'8". Shit, you 6'9", baby.
Angles and coordination led to a higher rebounding average than Patrick Ewing, and it made him an impressively adept finisher in his younger years. 86, Bird dropped 47 points on the Blazers, playing the majority of the game left-handed. His lack of quick lateral movement meant that Bird didn't...
Motherfucker might shoot a shot with his left. He might work out with his left, but you ain't tell me before the game you was gonna play the game with your whole left. Come out and play the game with your whole left and end up with damn near a 50-piece McNugget. Matter of fact, you ordered a 50-piece McNugget. They just threw 47 in there. They couldn't count. They couldn't count in there. They threw 47 in there, but you ordered 50. He ordered a 50-piece, all lefties, all flats. Give me a 50-piece, all flats.
Didn't do much when it came to slapping the floor and picking up the opposing point guard, but his size and omniscience gave him the ability to body similarly sized players, read defenses like a free safety, and pick off passing lanes with ease. His passing...
And I like that, because I was a lazy defender too, but I was just smart. I'm going to beat you to the spot. I know where to be and when to be there. I might not get there the quickest, but you feel, man. That's why I love Larry. Larry, are you my spirit animal?
Was transcendent, and I'll highlight it later. And of course you need to know that Larry Bird was a tough MFer.
Tough.
I went back
Say it again.
Right when I had to get off my dad's health insurance. So
come on, brother, we ain't got time for this, man. We got y'all finna make watch the whole video.
My meds,
the whole
doctor's
video,
visits, vision, and dental.
New law, lower prices.
Y'all did me bold that time. Y'all did me bold, healthcare government. Y'all did me bold.
Peace out, leaving home just to change
Y'all
my
followed
phone
up with
plan.
it, huh? Followed up with
Hello,
the shenanigans.
switching from my sofa.
Boy, I tell ya.
Goodbye,
Google Fi
everything
and health
you
government. Boy, hey, this better be our last commercial in the middle of my Larry Bird video. What is y'all doing, dude? Back to the.
He had a superhuman motor and dove for loose balls like a beagle at the park.
Like a beagle at the park.
He had a superhuman know that Larry Bird was a tough M effort.
He's down there a honey badger. Larry the honey badger.
He had a superhuman motor and dove for loose balls like a beagle at the park. He was a willing participant. Superhuman motor.
Larry, chill out, dude. You knew you was not finished to get that ball, dude. Why you do that? Why you do that? Set the tempo, huh? Let the team know you going all out. Nigga, sacrifice your body for the team.
And dove for loose balls like a beagle at the park. He was a willing participant in his share of fights, often precipitated by his league-renowned trash talk.
No, he didn't throw the
His
right
share
hook.
of fights,
Fuck you
often
talking
precipitated by his
Ground and
league-renowned trash talk.
UFC.
He should have stayed in preaching.
Go be a preacher, boy. Go speak the sermon.
My rookie year.
Go speak the sermon.
You can't stop me. And I looked at him and I said, gosh, boy, you're so confident. He proceeded to score like 10 straight
I'm
points
gonna
on
tell
me.
you when I'm
Coach took me out the game. He walks by and he's laughing at me.
He was a basketball genius. He'd be a
Who's
step
that?
ahead.
Dr. J? Treat you
I
bad.
fought ahead. Played the game like a chess game. And much
Hey, I'm gonna play ahead. I'm gonna step before you pass. I already knew you was gonna pass it. He said you're a step ahead. He playing chess. You playing checkers. You playing goddamn badminton.
for the guard Michael
playing
Jordan
chess.
and Larry Bird, because you have to play the game as a thinker when you're playing him. You have to get inside his mind.
If you put all of
'Cause
us
he
in
ain't
a
yours.
room, you know, Magic,
He
Jordan,
ain't yours.
myself, and Bird probably be the guy who walks out of the room at the end of the day.
Did you notice something during those?
Bro, that's a statement, bro. I've never heard that. You see the respect he gave that boy? Zeke ain't got no reading the front too. He ain't got no reading the cap.
Bird probably be the guy who walks out of the room at the end of the day.
Nah, you gotta listen to the
Myself
name
and
he said.
If you put all of us in a room, you know, Magic, Jordan, myself, and Bird probably be the guy who walks out of the room at the end of the day.
Did you notice something during
You put me in the jungle, I'll probably come out with a mean coat and 15 pounds heavier from eating them motherfucker.
those testimonies? Those are some of the best basketball players of all time, and they all sing Bird's praises like they were former assassins who had to go toe-to-toe with John Wick, and they're just happy to be alive. Bird excelled during one of the most talent-rich periods in league history. The abridged list of his basketball rivals goes like this: Dr. J and Moses Malone on the Philadelphia
Lunch meat. Treat
76ers,
both of them like
Sidney
lunch
Moncrief
meat.
on the Milwaukee Bucks, Isaiah
name,
Thomas,
Sidney.
Bill Lambier and the Bad Boy
Zeke.
Pistons, Dominique Wilkins on the Atlanta Hawks,
Dominique, I like these.
Bernard King on the New York Knicks,
They like Bernard
Michael
King. I heard a
Jordan
lot
on the
about
Chicago
Bernard.
Bulls,
Michael
Hakeem
who? We
Olajuwon
talking
and Ralph
about
Sampson
Larry.
on the Houston
I
Rockets,
don't know, Michael.
and of course, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, and Kareem
The
Abdul-Jabbar
big
on the Los
three.
Angeles Lakers. All right, there's no point avoiding it any longer. We have to look at Magic versus Larry.
Yeah, let's
If you
talk
have
chicken.
Magic over Larry, it's because he has 5 rings to Larry's 3, had a
I
peak
don't.
that lasted about 2 or 3 years
I
longer than
don't.
Larry's,
I don't
and had a
care.
2-1 record against Bird's Celtics
don't
in the
care.
finals. Perfectly legitimate, completely respectable
I don't
arguments.
care. Hey, them is our team arguments. Them is team. Your team was better than mine. Simple. And you lasted a little longer. Simple. Your career was longer and your team was better. But that don't mean you could see me. Look me in my eyes. I'm the captain now.
But in the interest of making Bird's case, allow me to retort. For nearly the entire decade of the 1980s, the Eastern Conference was irrefutably the more competitive conference between the two. Considering the competition, for Bird to have made 5 finals appearances is just as impressive as Magic's 9. As for the head-to-head record responsible for Magic's 2 extra titles, he had more help. Seriously,
Sam.
the Celtics' Big 3 and the Lakers'
bro.
Big 3 get compared all the time historically as if they were of equal caliber, but weren't Magic's accomplices just a step above Bird's? No disrespect
What?
at all to
I'ma
Kevin
just-
McHale and Rob.
You don't even hear about them. I'm gonna just keep it 100. But you don't hear about them. You talk about them as in respect, but you talk about Magic Johnson teammates all the time.
Parrish,
To the James
but Kareem was
Worthy,
the
to the
alpha dog
Kareem.
on the 71 Bucks
Come on.
and was the best player for at least 2 of the Lakers' 5
on.
titles.
He shooting 3-point hook shot. You had him on the
James Worthy was the number 1
But
pick out of
Magic?
UNC after
James.
winning a championship as the best player on a team that had Michael
Michael
Jordan.
Jordan
on.
on.
Throw in the fact that Magic got to be coached by Pat Riley, one of the most brilliant minds in basketball history, and you could say that the Magic Bird argument comes down to one thing: luck. So if their careers come down to luck, the question just becomes who you would rather take. Now, I'm not making this video to tell you why you shouldn't take Magic. I'm making this video to tell you why you should take Bird. Not just over Magic, but over everybody. One thing that helps him is the fact that his play would translate perfectly into the league today. A 6'9" sharpshooting forward with eyes in the back of his head who averaged double-digit rebounds in an era against Moses and Lambeer. He'd gobble up boards as a power forward. He'd be an offensive mismatch against everybody as a small ball center, and his off-ball skills and passing would pair perfectly with the flow of today's game. Add in his competitive mania and 3 generations worth of medical advancements, and we're talking about a player who could have stuck around so long they would have had to rename the league. As you've been watching these clips of Bird, I would hope that you would notice something. He always knows where everybody is. Watching Bird play basketball is like watching those monsters from A Quiet Place that know where you are if you make any noise at all. Bird had a level of clairvoyance that bordered on the unnatural. In '85, he ended up 1 steal away from a quadruple double after playing just the first 3
A quadruple double? I thought niggas only got that in 2K.
quarters. His passing was famously infectious and helped transform the Celtics of the 80s into an ideal that...
And passing is infectious too. Like when you get somebody that drop dimes and want to pass the ball, that make you want to pass the ball. It create a vibe. You feel me? We are brothers. You feel me? You ride with me. We don't care who eat.
Basketball teams at all levels are still shown tape of. They moved the ball with precision and intent, always looking for better shots and determined to get the entire team involved in the effort. That fact is almost entirely attributable to Bird and his wizardry.
Don't do me, Ad. Come on.
Time to scout.
Alright, long as I can click. Long as I
With the
click,
ball.
get up out
His
of there.
acumen also helped Bird become the only player with a GOAT claim to transition successfully into other basketball roles after his playing career. In his 3 years as the head coach of the Pacers, Bird won a Coach of the Year award, coached the Pacers to their first and only finals appearance, and gave Michael Jordan as much trouble as he'd ever gotten in his career in the '98 Eastern Conference Finals. After moving into a front office role for Indiana, he won Executive of the Year in 2012, becoming the only person to have an MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year award. On the court or off of it, inside and out, Larry Bird sees basketball as only he can. That intelligence also lent itself to Bird's defining skill, making the big plays. Remember, NBA players get paid to win games.
Steph Curry, who? I don't want to hear that. Ray Allen was the best. Reggie Miller was the best. I don't care who you talking about. Larry, the legend Bird, bro. All because he had that gene in him. That one gene that Steph ain't got. Steph ain't got that gene. Clutch.
James Harden is getting...
And I'm finna tell you what I'm finna do. I'm finna catch it right here. And I'm finna get a bucket. And I'm gonna fall into the trainer too. For style points.
Paid nearly $40 million this year because he's supposed to help the Rockets win games. Victory can be achieved in a lot of ways, and the win column doesn't care how it happens. As Mark Sinclair once said,
"It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning."
But when your team is down 1 in a crucial playoff game with 8 seconds left, and you need to hit a shot to stay in the series and
who gonna go get that? We need that.
Keep your season alive, that's where players really separate themselves and earn their money.
Fact.
Love
Agreed.
it or hate it, it's the players that come through in the big moments that live forever in our memories. Some players, for whatever reason, were never able to do it consistently. Some players were truly outstanding at it. Larry Bird was the best at it.
The GOAT at it. Clutchest player ever. I really think so. Larry Bird, clutchest player ever.
I'm not going to give you the stats about his field goal shooting under 2 minutes with a score that's this close, or tell you who has the most buzzer beaters or any of that.
Take that for data.
I'm just going to show you clutch moments in clutch situations. 1985 against the Blazers. Bird drops 48 points, including this. Down 1 with 2 seconds left.
Inbound pass to double team and Bird. Larry, fake, fall away.
On the double team, everybody in the gym knows it's coming to me.
Down 1
everybody
with 2
in the gym
seconds
knows
left.
it's coming to me.
Pass to double team and Bird. Larry, fake, fall
Better
away.
put your hand up, boy. Better put your hand up. Disrespectful.
1985 against the Hawks. Bird sets the
Celtics
Celtics scoring record with 60 points with shots like these.
Right now.
They open the right side. Bird the follow away. He drills it again. That's the best shooting I've ever seen.
1986 against the Rockets. Not all of Bird's clutch moments were singular. The bigger the moment, the bigger his performance. In Game 6 of the 1986 NBA...
Look at Larry, bro. What is he doing? I'm finna shoot this
1986 against the Rockets. Not all of Bird's clutch moments were singular. The bigger the moment, the bigger his performance. In Game 6 of the 1986 NBA Finals, Bird clinches the championship with a triple-double in what he calls the best game he ever played.
Why is he
Triple-double. Game 6 of the 1986 NBA Finals, Bird clinches the championship with a triple-double in what he calls the best game he ever played.
Weave this way out to the three. Cash ball. Y'all ain't gonna come out here? Three ball. Hold that. Hold that. Hold that.
1987 against the Washington Bullets. Bird hits one shot to tie it before it's waved off because of a timeout.
Oh, yeah. I seen it.
Hits another shot to tie it up for real.
We'll do it again. We'll do it again. Off one. No, he hit another one leg this same game.
And then in double overtime, down one, he does this.
Off one. Off one.
To tie it up for real.
I ain't even know that
because
story.
of a timeout. It's the Washington Bullets.
I ain't know that story.
Bird hits one shot to tie it before it's waved off because of a timeout.
Regular season, bet.
Hits another shot to tie it up for real.
He told him in timeouts. I'll do it again. Catch that bitch. I won. Cash. Bow. Bow.
And
now
then
we
in
in
double
overtime. Y'all need
down
to show
one,
up again.
he
Down
does
one.
this.
Fuck it. Off one again. Give me that. Bow. What is you talking about? Boy, that boy Larry was crazy.
For 3 years, from 1986 to 1988, the three-point contest knew no other champion but Larry Bird.
We ain't know no other champion. 3P, walk off. Get up out of here. I need the money ball. I need the money ball for win. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone.
1987 Eastern Conference Finals, Game 5. Tied at 2 games apiece against the Bad Boy Pistons, this enormous game would put the winner 1 game away from the NBA Finals. Bad Boy Pistons, this enormous game would put the winner 1 game away from the NBA Finals. The Pistons are up 1 with seconds remaining. The ball goes out of bounds off the Celtics. Isaiah Thomas won with enormous game would put the winner 1 game away from the NBA Finals. The Pistons are up 1 with seconds remaining.
Hey,
the ball goes.
Motherfuckers have been holding their head sick. Damn, I just folded. Through the game way. I'm a bum.
Goes out of bounds off the Celtics.
Nah,
Isaiah
Larry.
Thomas just needs to inbound the ball
Larry.
to win the game.
Nah, Larry. Give me that. I know they was sick. I know when they got back to the hotel, they was sick. I know they was sick. I know they was sick.
There are truly too many big games and big moments for me to go through. There are truly too many big games and big moments for me to go through without this ending up as a documentary. But that all leads me to this, what I really want to talk about. 1987, NBA Finals, Game 4 against the Lakers. LA is up 2 games to 1, and the Celtics need to win to tie the series and stay alive. Bird hits a 3 with 12 seconds left to go up by 2.
Swing with the Larry, you late. Trey ball, we up 2. We up 2. We up 2. We up 2.
Kareem comes down and gets fouled with 8 seconds left.
And this is a free throw.
He makes the first.
Okay, this is a free throw, Kareem.
But misses the second. LA ends up with the ball with 7 seconds left, down 1 point.
In the low post, being guarded by Dennis Johnson. Byron Scott is in the ball.
Hands. Who was that?
Magic hits this, the baby skyhook.
Oh my goodness, that shit hurt.
2 seconds left, down 1.
Dennis Johnson on the inbound.
Larry.
What do you think happens?
Man, he hit the hole.
I bet it wasn't that. When I paused the tape and the ball was hanging in the air, you thought it was going in.
What?
Bird thought it was going in. Ball was hanging in.
See. Boy, but in the back of my mind, I'm gonna tell y'all how stuck on Larry I ain't on, bro. I done seen the Magic Johnson documentary buku times. I done seen it buku times. So I knew this hook shot won him the game.
Magic hits this,
I knew the
baby
shot won
sky
him the
hook.
game because I ain't seen it buku times. But I'm so sold on Larry. I thought this motherfucker rewrote history. I say, Larry's so good he could rewrite history. That's what happened here. I say he
2
made
seconds
it.
left.
Y'all have 2 seconds on
Down
clock. So
1.
Larry, I know, but Larry must have hit the had to. That motherfucker had to down.
Down 1.
Ball. Perfect push off. Oh, we got him.
Bird fires it.
What do you think happens? I bet it wasn't that. When I paused the tape and the ball was hanging in the air, you thought it was going in. Bird thought it was going in. Magic thought it was going in. I've seen this game before, and I still think it's going to go in. But it didn't.
Hey, that's when you know you's a powerful boy. You see what he said? I done seen this game 100 times, and I still thought it was going to go in. Because I done seen that game, like, at least 100 times. Larry, boy, you're special. You're special.
Pat Riley said it himself.
You're special.
We got lucky. And that, a missed shot in the NBA Finals is why he's the clutchest. Because after he makes the big plays, has the big games, hits the big shots, time and time again, you expect him to hit every shot, to win every game. And in those fleeting moments when he doesn't, when he looks like a mere human, when he looks like everyone else who tries to do what he does, you just can't believe it. That's what Larry Bird did. He made the big plays so often you thought he was going to make them every time. He helped turn basketball into a global phenomenon, paving the way for every Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, or LeBron James who comes.
That picture right there just made me smile, boy. Look at Larry. Look at old Larry, boy. I don't know who the two next to him is.
Through our lives. He played basketball in its purest form and captained a team that is consistently ranked among the greatest of all time.
Facts.
He has the second highest win percentage in the history of the NBA, behind Magic.
Oh, that goes unspoken of. They don't talk about that.
By less than 0.5%, about 10 games. He was the complete package, a player with no holes in his game whatsoever. They called him Basketball Jesus. He didn't get that name without doing something extraordinary. He saved basketball.
Oh.
And he did it by playing it better than anyone else. Here's Magic at Bird's retirement in 1993.
Larry Bird said that there would be another Larry Bird one day. And Larry, there will never, ever, ever be another Larry Bird. To the greatest basketball player ever, but more important, a friend forever.
Hey everybody, thank you.
My slime. Oh my goodness, man. Hey, that was a good one. Like, no cap. Larry might be the GOAT. Larry fuck around be the GOAT, man. It's hard to argue with that. Like, when you see all the shit he done, it's hard to argue with him not being the GOAT. You feel me? We're going to have to dive in and do more research, man. But I appreciate y'all, boys. I appreciate y'all, bringing this video to my attention. Appreciate y'all rocking with it and reacting with me. You feel me? I could watch it anywhere, but y'all choose to fuck with Oksceez and check this out. Man, I love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, do the thing. Comment below what videos y'all think I should react to next. Y'all already know I'm in the comments. I'm liking, I'm chatting with y'all, man. So let me know. Larry the GOAT Bird. What the fuck is you talking about, man? We out.